Good morning, Joanna here from Colouring in Book. Today I'm so very excited to be creating this amazing 3D project. This one I have already coloured in from a blank sheet. These projects are going to be coming in a pack like this. Just grab that camera. So in the pack you will get 2 envelopes in A5 size, 2 cards, and you will get a black and white version of the project. Each layer there will be instructions. So there's 5 layers in this project. It's actually 6 layers. 6 layers in this project, and so you'll get a black and white version like this. And as you can see here, this is my original hand coloured piece. You can see all the lines there. I've scanned this in onto my computer, and I have adjusted the colours slightly. You will get, sorry I keep bumping this stand, it's new. The colours are different, but this is just an example for you to, that's the first one, that's the second layer, third, fourth, fifth and sixth layer. And today I'm going to cut out the original one here, so I can photograph it for my packaging. And I thought I would share this with you. So the pack, you get 2 cards to make. One that you can colour in yourself, so you can create your own amazingly coloured mushroom house. You can have like psychedelic, you can make it a poisonous mushroom, any kind of mushroom you like. I've made mine quite bright and colourful. So let's put that over there. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to put on some music and cut all these layers out, and then I'll talk to you again when I'm done that. So I've cut all the layers out. Put them in. There, all these layers. Now I've cut the antenna off the butterfly because I have some craft wire that I'm going to add there. And I cut the lines off the end of the grass because I didn't want to put them on there. So if there's anything that you don't want to cut out, just decide what you want to do. I cut out the bottom of this part. So this is generally how it all goes together. Now when you have a look, just put everything on top, have a look, and have a look at the parts that are going to be on top for each layer that's going to be seen. So for the bottom layer, the only thing that's going to be seen is this flower here. So that's the main flower there. For the second layer, it's just these two flowers. The third layer, the second layer is also the tips of the butterfly's wings here. The third layer is these wings. Let's just move this out the way. These wings and the grass. So you can see here I put a little bit more detail in the top layer grass. You still want to colour every layer because you'll still see through. The next layer is the body of the dragonfly and the door. So you want to make sure that they look nice. For this one, it's the base of the mushroom, and this was the top. So this is the only real part of the mushroom top that you need to really think about and get your colours the way you want it. You'll probably notice that some of my other colours are a bit so they're okay, and I just focus more on the top one. Now one of the tricks that we do with paper towel, I might have to get another cloth. This one's attached to the stand. Maybe this will do. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm a little bit rusty. So what you want to do, we know that this back butterfly is the main one, but for each element you may want to, I'll just use a cream for this one. Very carefully, you're on a soft fabric because you want movement. You don't want it to be hard. You want the paper, oh, we're not in shot. We want the paper to sculpt. So we're going to, in the lines of the wings, this is just an example. And what you're doing is you're warming up the paper. That warms up all the little fibers, and it slightly stretches it. I have another video that I did that is all about this embossing. It's part 3. You'll find it on my channel. It's there's flowers that I did, and at the part 3 one, it was all about embossing. I showed how to blend the flowers, that's part 1, and part 2 was the background, the work I did on the background, and part 3 was the embossing. So as you can see here, it's curled up. When you turn it over, you can see there's a shape happening. So you can manipulate that. That's just that one wing there, not the top wing. So it helps it curl, and if you do each layer, it builds up and becomes quite a nice structure. Do this wing. Another thing you can do, depending on how you're cutting out, is you'll see here on mine, I have like little white patches. You can go around that with a black pen and carefully, I had a black pen, there it is. Carefully, very, very carefully, go over those little white bits. This pen's a bit lost its tip, so you can cover in the white. This is good if you struggle to cut out all of the elements. If you struggle with fine detail, you can always just cut around a little bit and add a bit of a border around. See if I can zoom in and show you what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make sure I keep the line of the shape, and in this instance it's the wings. You can see how that's curled, so that's quite curled now. I'm zooming out, so you can reshape it back, and you're going to be doing all the layers. How can I show you? I want to also do the mushroom house. You can see here the mushroom is still really flat and this one's curved. So if you hold it up to the light, you can see there, see on the light. So I'm just going to do a bit of an outline, a bit lower, so I know where my space is for the mushroom. And I'm going to go in this direction because I want it to curve. I'm going to try and arc my line instead of straight. You don't have to do it all the way to the edges either. You turn it over and just check where it is. You can see how the butterfly is curling up there. And hear my washing machine in the background. My study's right by the laundry. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Then what you can do is, this cream won't be seen on my colouring, so I'm just going to go along the edge there because I don't want everything to curl. Go along the edge there, sort of puts that back into place. Zoom out a bit so you can see we've got a little bit of shape to the mushroom house. Don't need to worry too much on this layer. As I said, this flower here is the only one that can be seen. If you want to shape your flowers, you can. I might do for these two, but this one I think will be a little bit tricky. You've only got one petal, so we'll just leave that one. And we'll go into the next layer. Next layer. First layer, just to see what it's like. Gives it a bit of a shape. A little bit of texture. Doesn't take long to do. I'm going to go ahead and do the others now, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've got all of these done and curled. I've grabbed an A5 card to put them on. I need to move this out. Just give me a sec. How's that? That's better. You can see the card now. Right. I'm using, this is the foam tape. I cut this up smaller. And this is the double-sided tape, just from the cheap shop. So, the first one is this one. I'm not going to stick it to the card yet. I want to stick it together and show you what it looks like as a whole. So the second layer is this one. What we have to decide is, do we want to stick it hard or raise? And I think with all of these, that the body, I'm going to use the double-sided tape so they are all stuck together as we go, and this will make the wings flare up. And we'll put a little bit of foam tape just under the wings, and that will make them come up. So we'll start with that. So I'm going to turn it over. Put the double-sided tape on the body. I could have used thinner double-sided tape. Well, we've got that there. I'm going to grab the square. Cut. Now, I don't like to use too much because you want it to look pretty groovy. So I'm putting that close to the body because we don't want to see it under the wings. We want the wings to sort of do their own thing. Once we've stuck this down, we can raise the main body up to decide what we want to do. So I'll just zoom in here. So I'm going to stick the body onto the other body, like that. Then making sure my wings are lined up. Stick the foam tape down. You've got the second wing here, so this wing lines up with the other wing. And same there. See how that gives it space and structure. And it's down. So at the moment you've got the butterfly together. This is still free. I'm thinking I'm going to do foam tape because I want these flowers to sit higher. I want the depth. You can see here with my thumb under there, it's creating this nice depth here in the space. So we'll definitely add foam tape. I want this to be closer to the petals because I want it to be more solid than the wings. This is quite a large project. I have over 100 projects now, and I have quite a lot that are just 3 layers. But this one really wanted the extra layers. So that's where we're at. First layer down, second layer down. Already looks awesome. Now, as we go along, we're going to want to make sure that this roof comes in front of the main house. Another layer. You can see how the rounding is creating the curl. You're getting the height through here, but it's curling down. And this wing is nice and sticking up. If you want to, you can add more, make it stick up more, but I think that looks perfect. Next. So with this one, we have the tape, so this base is attached, and now that roof's starting to rise. We're going to make sure we get this body down. It just helps that structure there. One more, and we're just going to do this one in the middle, because you can see how it's curled. If we just do one in the middle, it should all curl down to the edges. If you place foam on all the edges and stuff, it will create quite a flat look, which is good for some things, but sometimes where you place them helps the shape do its thing. I might just put some tape there, so see how that's flat there. I'm going to put some double-sided tape there, and it will add to that curve there. That is amazing. Look at that. Look how thick that is. Hasn't taken long. It took me about half an hour to cut all the layers out. 10 minutes to do all the embossing on the backs. How amazing is that? I love it. And then you can place it on your card. I've been trying to find a backing card that might work. That's pretty cool. It's not really the right shape. Okay, so I've decided to trim my card to fit this piece of paper. Trim the paper so it has a high border there, and then down the bottom you can put a nameplate, a happy birthday or congratulations. I'm going to stick this sorry, I did that off camera. So let's have a look. Where is the little book? So I've got one of these books from Spotlight. Just having a look at what they've got here. They've got a happy birthday. That might work. Wishing. This goes with this little paper that I use. Oh, what about a round one? That could be cute. Let's just pop these out. I have a Cricut as well. I have only just got it and I'm just learning how to use it to cut out these kinds of things and to make my own stickers, but not quite there yet. So what I'm thinking with that, I had this strip, maybe I love creating. Make it like a ribbon. It's not the straightest cut. It tapers. You could use actual ribbon. I don't do a lot of card making. I only do it to show what to do with these projects. I gave away a couple of years ago all of my card making stuff. So I need to stock back up. How does that look? Even enough. Put the happy birthday on top. I might use the phone so it's a little bit raised. Got a piece left. Oh, that's cute as. Look at that. So let's attach this first. Oh, I'm pleased with how this has turned out. I'm going to be doing a YouTube video on how to make a shadow box, I think they call it. A shadow box, which is perfect for these projects. They could sit inside the box. Let's get this done. For some reason my camera keeps saying that's enough. It's sad when your camera's had enough. I'm not going to stick the butterfly down because I want it to hang out there. I haven't stuck it yet, I'm just making sure I get it. There, how's that? Just gonna move the camera back. There we go. You don't know it, but I dropped the phone, the camera, the stand, everything just then. But how cool does that look? Who'd have thought colouring in could look like this? I haven't put the glitter on. I couldn't actually find the glossy accents. I had it out. I must have left it in a different room. Everything's on me right here, but not when you want it. That is just so pretty. I love it. So, that's the project, and the card's blank inside. Beautiful. You can frame that. And get shadow box frames if you want to frame them and send it as a gift. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this today, and I'll see you for the next one. Leave any comments down below if you got any questions. You'll be able to find this project in the link below if you want to have a go. Thank you.